Good evening, everybody. Monday morning quarterback. Episode 46. We're live from Warner Robins, Georgia, hometown of Jake Froome, UGA quarterback and star of Netflix QB1. And this lovely Quality Inn that we're at for the night as we're traveling to Daytona for the first round of the USAC National Quarter Midget Series. And then we're going to go from there to Ocala for the USAC Sprint Car opener. Hi, Rick. Thanks for tuning in. So no fancy production tonight. Just wanted to go live, catch you up on things going on at CSI, as well as answer any questions you have. I know some of you have gotten a chance to start your race season here in the last few weeks, so that's awesome. We're looking forward to seeing some race cars outside here the next couple weeks down in Florida. So a couple housekeeping notes as we're waiting for people to tune in. We did post the quarter midget chassis and setup seminar on our page, and it's almost sold out already. I think we have 5 seats left. So if that's something you're interested in doing in March, be sure to sign up. We limited it to 20 people so we could have plenty of one-on-one time with everybody. And we're going to kind of go through everything, how to square your quarter midget, how to properly scale it, very detailed there, maintenance, how you should manage your tire program, chassis adjustments throughout a race weekend. So we're going to cover a lot of stuff that day. And I believe it's Saturday, March 2nd. I should have had that note in front of me. But you can sign up for it online on our website. And like I say, I believe there's 5 spots left. And I'm excited. I actually spent a bit of time late last week putting together the content for it, putting together a binder of information, and collecting all my thoughts and all the things I want to go over. So had a lot of requests for it, posted it, and I appreciate everybody that signed up. And we're going to do that at our shop in Brownsburg. So anybody in the Midwest looking to increase their knowledge on quarter midgets, we're going to have a very fun-filled day of information there. And I'll stay as long as I need to answer everybody's questions. So also released a bunch of new apparel on the website today. So had some requests for different types of hats and things. We got flat bills now and some different hats and a new style shirt. And kind of a medium weight hoodie that's the soft style, so it's really soft inside, real comfortable hoodie. So those are available now, and we brought some of that stuff with us to Florida. Not a ton, so if you're headed to Florida and you want some new gear, come see us sooner rather than later because we didn't pack a bunch. But all right, so for those of you tuned in, we are here to answer your questions. Again, we're no fancy production tonight. We're on our way to Daytona and stopped in Warner Robins, Georgia about a half hour ago. So we can answer your questions and do all that. No fancy production again next week, but we will be, have been at a hotel for a little bit there in Ocala. So hopefully we'll have a little nicer setup than just kind of in the corner with a lamp. So anybody tuned in, have you guys got a chance to race yet this year? Have you got on track outdoors, so outside of shootout, chili bowl, those kind of things? We'd love to hear from you and answer any questions that you have pertaining to something we've spoke about in the past or any other question. Mark, what dictates how much rear weight you run in a quarter midget? So the more rear weight, the more rear grip and forward drive you have typically. So usually in like a slower class, like a Honda 120, a junior or senior Honda, we're going to run less rear weight because those cars get locked down very easy, and you don't need a lot of rear grip because you don't have much power. When you move up to the faster classes, your Animals, your World Formulas, Mod Worlds, we have to increase the rear weight to get adequate rear grip and get drive. So as the track loses grip, we would increase rear weight, and as we have more horsepower, we would increase rear weight. So good question. Anybody else that's tuned in have a setup question that we can answer for you this evening? When we get back to the shop here in a couple weeks, we've got some pre-recorded stuff we've done, kind of some more detailed maintenance stuff you can go over, and some cool stuff to show you. Going to do a shop tour and kind of show you behind the scenes at CSI how stuff's built, and when you order a new set of shocks, kind of what that process looks like, as well as when you send in something used to be worked on, kind of how our process is unique and probably a little bit different than most builders, as we're more of a smaller boutique type shop. Anybody else have any questions? You guys are being quiet tonight. Are you spooked out by our creepy hotel in Warner Robins, Georgia? When we got off the interstate, we're like, oh, there's like 7 hotels here. We'll try to stay at Holiday Inn or Hampton Inn. Well, they were all sold out, so we ended up at this little dive, but it's okay. We looked at the beds. There was no bed bugs. Ryan, who was the lead dog today? Well, Half Pint was the lead dog because he left about 2 hours before us, but T-Bone and I were hammered down, and we caught up with him just about the time we hit Atlanta traffic, so we'll caravan together from here to Daytona. Got about 5 hours or so to go. Be in Daytona tomorrow, and looking forward to seeing all of our quarter midget customers and helping them all this week. And then next week we are at Ocala, Bubba's Raceway Park, for the USAC opener, and looking forward to helping our customers there and trying to defend our USAC National Sprint Car title. Cindy, have you adjusted to back to Washington life after coming home from Hawaii? Maria came back to negative 35 degrees last week in Indy. So Hawaii back to Indy was not good. Preference with bump rubber cup on 600 non-wing and right rear tie-down benefit. So typically we're running our new progressive kit on the right rear of a non-wing car, which doesn't require a bump cup. So we don't run the progressive kit in a cup. That's not what it's designed for. And then non-wing car, we do add rebound to the right rear, which would be classified as a tie-down shock. And the reason we do that is we're trying to add side bite and right rear stick. So wing cars drive off the left rear, and you need a lot of left rear grip, and non-wing cars drive off the right rear, and you need side bite and right rear grip. Cold in Washington, Cindy. Looking at the schedule as I'm planning things out for the year, we're trying to hit a bunch of races and see customers and help customers, get to new places we haven't been before. I think I'm going to be able to make my, what will it be? 20-year return to the Clay Cup up there in Washington. So I ran that race when I was younger, and it was so long ago. That's when the 600s ran with the 1200s, and the 250s were the premier class. And we've got a ton of great customers and supporters up there in Washington, and the Clay Cup has been falling on like Sprint Week or Brickyard or something like that. And this year it's the week after Sprint Week, so I don't have an excuse. So going to fly out there, I think, to Clay Cup and catch up with all of our micro customers on the West Coast. So looking forward to that. And getting to hang out with the Crumbs, who have been instrumental in helping us build the Pit Logic app. Kevin's plugging away at the iOS version, so we're hoping to have a release date for that probably when I get back from Florida. And I'm sure that'll be happy days for all of you Apple users, myself included. I bought my first Android device to do the beta testing for Pit Logic, and still not super comfortable using it, but as I've been analyzing setups for folks and uploading setups to for customers to download, I've gotten better with it. So if you are a Pit Logic user, we've got a bunch of quarter midget and some micro setups posted on the CSI homepage. Click on the Pit Logic button and you'll see the codes there. Steve, there's a bunch of Stanley setups on there. So, and my goal is, as we leave these national events, the teams that I'm working closely with, if our setups are good, which we obviously hope they are, we'll post those setups as well. So I posted some my Daytona setups from last year on there because we actually were very fast down here last year. So yeah, there'll be a bunch of Stanley setups on there. So Anybody else tuned in, have questions for us? Monday Morning Quarterback, episode 46. And we're in South Georgia, for those of you who just tuned in. And I apologize if I'm nasally. I've been fighting a cold, so I think I was just depressed that my Saints weren't in the Super Bowl yesterday, and I came down with a cold. So, all right. Well, if no more questions, we will sign off. We thank you guys for watching. We stay tuned to our social media. We'll keep you guys posted throughout the week how everything's going down here in Daytona, and then again next week in Ocala. So, hope you guys all have a fantastic week, and we look forward to catching up soon. Take care.